Hello, thank you so much for joining us for the Good Neighbor Team orientation for World Relief Sacramento. My name is Jennifer Berto. I work as the Good Neighbor Team coordinator and church mobilizer. And I'm so excited that you're just taking time to watch this video, learn more about what it means to be a good neighbor and what impact your role will have in a newly arrived refugee family who is just moving to Sacramento, maybe for the first time, learning a new language for the first time. And so I really appreciate you just for taking this time to join in and listen and watch this orientation. Just a quick reminder about our mission for World Relief Sacramento. Our mission is to empower local churches to serve people who are vulnerable. And we're so grateful that people like you fulfill this mission by stepping into the lives of families in need and really working alongside those families to see that they're being empowered, to make sure that these families feel loved, they're seen and cared for. And so we're really, really grateful for that. I will go ahead and share a quick video of a prior Good Neighbor team that shared their story and the impact that they had and the family had as a result of them taking this step of faith um, to partnering with a newly arrived refugee family and working alongside them.
For over 26 years, World Relief Sacramento and partner churches have welcomed over 30,000 refugees. World Relief is distinguished by our direct partnership with local churches. Our goal is for each refugee that arrives to feel the warm welcome of the local church and community. We believe that something unique happens when Good Neighbor teams and refugees enter in mutual friendship. Once a group of 5 to 12 individuals have formed a Good Neighbor team, they will commit to walk alongside a newly arrived refugee family for 6 months. Before the family arrives to the United States, the Good Neighbor team works with World Relief staff to prepare for their arrival by gathering welcome kits and furnishings a family will need to begin their new lives in the United States. Members of the team will then work together to transform a refugee family's first apartment into a welcoming home. Time and time again, Good Neighbor teams have found that while refugees may have some significant needs when they first arrive, they can also be an incredible blessing to the community that receives them. We encourage Good Neighbor teams to commit to praying for the family's adjustment even before they arrive to Sacramento.
My name is Carol Kennedy, and I teach ESL in a community college and a corporate environment, and I'm volunteering with Bridgeway Christian Church at World Relief that we have been involved with a number of families, but primarily one family that has come from Afghanistan in the last few months. Overall, I would say they're very positive, and they really are always so grateful and so appreciative of everything. Just even having someone just be their friend. So they told my husband, well, it's a highlight of their week when I come over and work with them doing their English tutoring. So it's been very positive for both of us. And I would just say, even if someone is really shy and thinks they don't know what to say or don't know what to do, that you should just go ahead and get involved, because the relationships that you build and the way that you get opportunity to get to know the family, it's completely worth it, and it's just getting through maybe that little bit of nervousness at the beginning, that it's a very positive experience.
I love listening to this video over and over, and it just reminds me how powerful the interactions we have with our families is, and just how much our families appreciate when they have American friends to just welcome them and support them as they are starting a new life here in the US. Just to share a little bit about the Good Neighbor Team program, as you are aware, it is an in-person program because we really value proximity. That just being available to meet with the family is very important. And it is comprised of 5 to 8 friends here in Sacramento, from a church, from a faith group, or a community. And these are a group of people who will train together, learn together, and serve together. This group of people, they provide friendship and tangible care for the family. And they commit to walk alongside this family for 6 months. But we realize that the relationship you build with the family for the next 6 months will grow deeper. And so you can continue with the friendship, with your friendship with the family for longer than 6 months, because really this program is designed for you to offer friendship, and we don't have an end for the friendship that will really occur as a result of this. You commit to visiting the family 3 or 4 times per month, either by meeting with them in their house or doing an activity with them or driving them to an appointment, but also just you can also schedule just to have a phone call to check on the family and see how they're doing. It really varies from team to team because families have different needs. And the program starts pre-arrival. This is the exciting part because we don't have to wait for a family to arrive in Sacramento to start a Good Neighbor Team. Even before the family arrives, we have a lot of wonderful opportunities for the Good Neighbor Team to be part of that relates directly to the family, even before the family comes to Sacramento. And I'll be able to share these opportunities with you. And for the GNT vision, really, we envision a Good Neighbor Team that offers relational support to individuals and families. This is a team that offers their shoulder for the family to lean on, but also offers you knowledge for the family to benefit from. And also you just, you really have an open attitude to being a good neighbor to the family, because the family also have a lot to offer. They have a lot of support to offer to you as well. And we envision a Good Neighbor Team that they offer practical support to individuals and families as well. As you know, that they come here really wanting to learn a lot, and they will lean on you also for support as they are learning just about American culture and a few things they need to know and skills they need to have as they navigate the culture in America. Also, we envision a Good Neighbor Team that allows volunteers the opportunity to get to know their refugee family. You get to be friends with the family. You get to share more about your family, same as them, and really you get to do life together as they are settling here. But even beyond that, really, it's just that opportunity to be friends with the family. We've had so many Good Neighbor Teams that have been friends with their family for more than 5 years, actually. One of my coworker who came from Afghanistan, I think about 7 years ago, was telling me that one of his closest American friend was his good neighbor who picked him up from the airport and really just walked alongside him. And I think one of the things that he says he enjoys a lot is during Christmas time, his American friend still invites him to their Christmas events, to Thanksgiving dinners, and just being able to do life together in the community. And so really we envision a Good Neighbor Team where you have holistic, flourishing relationship and empowering the family as well. Yeah, and that is the vision that we have for the Good Neighbor Team. But we also we understand that every Good Neighbor Team have their own mission and vision, and you really wanna just say, why are we doing what we're doing as a team? Why did we gather together and wanting to support our family? What are your intentions? How do you want to benefit? What do you want to learn getting into this individually and as a team as well? If you're from a church, would you like to mobilize your other friends from the church also to be part of the Good Neighbor Team program in the future? So I'll really encourage you that even before the family arrives, as you're forming your teams, create your own mission statements. How do you want to use your gift and skills that you have to bless a family? And also committing to meeting regularly as a group. It's very important to be intentional in doing that, whether in person or virtually. It really depends on your flexibility and how you're able to do that. Most of the successful Good Neighbor teams are teams that they stayed in touch and they met regularly as a team. Also, after a few months, maybe 3 months, you can revisit your mission statement when you meet and be able to see if you're able to accomplish the things you wanted to accomplish, or you need to readjust a few things because it may look different also serving the family as well. And also, as you meet with the team, I encourage you to share your highlights, your lows, and just any mutual transformation that is happening with each other. It's very important that you encourage one another, you strengthen each other. If you're from a local church, share what is going on, the impact you are having for the family or also in your life. Share it with your Bible study, with your church leader, share it with me. I would really just love to be part of that and be able to listen to that as well. And really, there's a deep value in being in community and building friendships. And when we engage in cross-cultural friendship, we learn and celebrate the values of other cultures and one another. Those of us in community come alongside immigrants and refugees in the joys and challenges of transition in order to reach a person to experience mutual learning and mutual transformation. So I would really encourage you to continue sharing what you're learning, sharing the transformation happening with your family, with your friends, with your church, and also with me as well. I really appreciate that. As you know, that we have specific roles for the people in your team. And we understand that you'll be working as a team, but also it's important to divide roles so that you are able to support each other as a team. And I'll just highlight a little bit about each role and what each role will be playing. So the arrival lead really is somebody who loves to organize and plan. And this role is more crucial before the family arrives mostly. This is the person who will organize household item collection, who will be at the airport to welcome the family, or printing the welcome sign, and really just organizing the team to be together before the family arrives. So the arrival lead can be the team leader as well. Just making sure that you're well prepared before the family arrives. And I'll be able to share more about collecting the welcome kit or household item for the family before even they arrive. As an health advocate, this person will help the family choose, a personal care provider or navigating healthcare, showing them how to schedule appointment and translation services if need be. Or most of our families, the first 2 months, they have a lot of appointments to go to refugee healthcare clinic. And it's just encouraging the family to actually show up for their appointments and show up on time. And really, so this role, health advocate will be able to help the family understanding the healthcare in America, refugee healthcare clinic. You might not know a lot about refugee healthcare clinic, but we'll provide the right documents for you, so don't worry about that. For the educational advocate, imagine when a family comes here, maybe with 5 kids in middle school, elementary, and high school. They really want their children to go to school because they value education, especially if it's Afghan families who come from a country where girls are not allowed to go to school. Their first priority, and our priority as well, is to see their children enroll into an educational system here in the US. And so as an educational advocate, really, you will help the family by enrolling their kids to school, by showing them what documents they need to have, what school districts in their neighborhood they need to enroll, and even doing that early so that they don't miss the registration. But also their parents as well might want to advance their English language. And so after the kids have been enrolled to school, and parents are able to, they can also be enrolled into an ESL facility in their own community. And I'll be able to share some documents with you about available ESL classes. For an employment advocate role, really, our goal is that our families will reach to a point of self-sufficiency in their first 3 months or 6 months here in the US. And so we have a program that offers just coaching them on how to get jobs, training them on how to get jobs. But even beyond that, sometimes not everybody goes through this program. And so someone on this role will be able to help the family with a few things like designing a resume, practicing English, practicing interview skills, how to dress well for an interview. If they get a job offer, assessing it to make sure that it's actually a true job offer and not a scam. And so you are here to mentor the family and just guide them through as they navigate how to apply jobs in the US. But also, if you have like personal resources, or if you know of people who are hiring, or grocery stores that are hiring, or any job available, encourage your family to apply for those jobs, especially if they're qualified to, or if they're interested as well. Transportational and appointment lead. This is someone who helps really organizes the team and make sure that if families have appointments on a specific day, really just organize with the team to see who is available to pick the family and to drop them to their appointment, especially for the first 2 months when the family will have a lot of appointments at the Refugee Healthcare Clinic and Department of Human Assistance. Cultural orientation lead. When our families arrive to the US, we provide, at World Relief Sacramento, we provide cultural orientation classes. It's very necessary and important that our families attend the classes. It's online classes, and we have a binder that has a lot of topics that they cover, both in English and in their preferred languages. So I will provide a binder to the cultural orientation lead, and you'll be able to know exactly what the family learned this week. And when you check in with the family, you'll be able to help them revise what they learned. Most of the things they learn are theory, and your role will really helping them put it into practice, because we're providing a practical and tangible need as well. And so helping them to navigate things like how to use how to use laundry machine, how to open a bank account, just a few things that they may look normal to us, but actually our families might need extra help. Just an example, a previous Good Neighbor team, when they took a family to go to use a laundromat, but the family refused to use the laundromat because they thought that if they leave their clothes there, somebody else will come and steal their clothes. So they were so afraid to lose their clothes. And to them, probably that's the only thing they own when they came here from Afghanistan. And so our Good Neighbor team had to go and do it with them to show them how to do it and how safe it is, and that you'll be able to find your clothes when they are dry, and you'll be able to take it home with you. And so doing that with the family maybe once or twice, and they'll build confidence and be able to actually do it for themselves maybe the third time. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited just for the roles that you will have. But beyond doing things for the family, our goal is that you will do things with the family, because we want to achieve transformation and empowerment for the family in a way that they will be able to do these things without your presence, and that will show how successful your involvement in their lives has been. And so really doing things with the family and focusing on the friendship aspect as well. So just being able to balance it, because we want a holistic and mutual transformation, and we want your 6-month experience to be worthwhile as well. And team members also do have responsibility. It can be challenging working on a team because we all have different personalities, styles on how we communicate. And so it's very important that as a team member, it's very important for you to be proactive. It's very important to communicate updates to other team members, log in your volunteer hours, communicate questions or concerns you have to your team leader. And it's very important just that you become proactive. Previous Good Neighbor teams, they have had a Google document spreadsheet or a Word document where they're able to just update everybody and see what was done this week, who visited the family, or who is dropping the family to their appointment. Really, whichever method works for you. If you want to use Calendly or just have your own text group chat, anything that works for you, that will make sure that you have a good communication and bring everybody up to date. I would encourage that you use that. And you have your own team leader, either one or two. And team leaders, their responsibility would really, they are the bridge between your team and World Relief. And they oversee division of responsibilities and identifying roles of team members. Also, they follow up with the team member to ensure that, that the tasks are completed, knowing that if they're doing well, if they had any challenges interacting with the family. Really, the team leader is there to support the team and encourage them as well, but also to make sure that everybody's submitting their volunteer hours and logging in and submitting their volunteer hours. I will be able to show you in upcoming slides on how to submit your volunteer hours and why submitting your hours is very important and crucial to World Relief. At this point, really the next steps, if you haven't submitted your volunteer application and gone through the onboarding process, I encourage you to do that. The link is on our website. And at this point, really, if you already formed a team and you're cleared and you're just waiting for the family, the next things for you to do is I would encourage you, it's not required to, but it's up to the team. If you want to collect household items, for example, maybe silverware, pots and pans, cleaning supplies for the bathroom, paper towel, anything that will go into the apartment of the family that we'll be pairing you with. If you want to help with apartment setup, you're more than welcome to do that. Of course, I will be able to email you and let you know when we'll do the apartment setup, when we will do the airport pickup. And really the reason why we're doing apartment setup and collecting household items is because we want to give you that opportunity to fully and wholly serve this family from the time from before they arrive until they arrive and moving forward. We want you to be a blessing to the family and give you that opportunity. It's very important. Imagine the family arrives at 9 p.m. and they go to an apartment where it's fully furnished, where they have couches, they have beds, they have fresh fruits in the fridge, and they actually have, supplies in their bathroom. They feel so blessed, they feel loved, and they're just able to rest that night. And also it just brings them a sense of hope, joy, and excitement. And airport pickup is very important as well. Imagine a family just landed at 9:58 p.m. It's a family of 6 that's so tired, but they don't know who will actually be there to take them home or to their apartment. All they just know is that somebody will be there waiting for you. And you are that somebody. You will be standing there with a welcome sign that has their name that says, Ahmad, welcome to America. And for them to see their name, and people smiling and waiting for them, it means a lot. Actually, from that time, it creates a lot of trust between you and the family, and they know that, I have friends and I have people who are waiting for me, and really who will take care of me and help me as I settle in a new culture. And so I will encourage your team, if you have the opportunity to go to the airport, by all means, go for it. It's a very emotional yet transformational, and just builds a lot of trust. When the family arrives, we will give them 3 weeks, 3 weeks to 4 weeks to rest, recover from jet lag, but also they have a lot of appointments going on that week. Those 3 weeks, their specific caseworker from World Relief will visit them the next day, give them a quick orientation, and start booking appointment with them, booking a refugee healthcare clinic appointment, applying for food stamp, really applying for the things that the family need for the first 3 months as they're resettling, things like social security number and their employment authorization card. So the family might be overwhelmed. They just landed, but they have this task they need to accomplish. So we give them time to rest for about 3 weeks. And after that, really, we will be able to visit them either in their apartment or at a park nearby. And this is where we do the family GNT March meeting. The GNT March meeting, the meeting will be led by the Good Neighbor Team coordinator. So I will be there. We will have an interpreter, either in person or phone, if an interpreter is required. And we will have a representation of your team at the march as well. And during that time, it's really a time of getting to know each other. We always just ask the family and the team, share your name, something interesting or fun about you, and really just like share a video or a photo of your family to the team. And so it's a time of interaction. And really after that time, it's always interesting because you get to learn about the family. And usually there's someone in the team and someone in the family who have the same hobbies or interests. And that's where you're able to identify, oh, I will be able to meet with the mom in the family because she loves to cook and I love to cook as well. Or she enjoys crocheting or shopping. Some kids will say we love shopping. So hopefully there's somebody in your team who loves shopping as well. Our previous Good Neighbor team that we marched with the family, it was a family of 8. So 6 kids and 2 parents, mom and dad. And all the kids said, we love swimming. And the good thing is that with this Good Neighbor team, every summer, they actually love to go on their boats, and they also love to go to Lake Tahoe. And so they were really excited because they were looking forward to just taking the family to go swimming, taking them on a boat, taking them to Lake Tahoe, showing them a few things like snowing, skiing. And so it's just always a beautiful meeting where you get to know the interests of the family and you also share your own interests as well. But beyond that, really, this is the time where you're able to share your expectations, and really be able to let the family know the things that you'll be able to help them with. But more so, we're there to listen to the family, listen to their needs. What are the pressing needs they have right now that we can meet? How can we empower the family right now? So they will be able to share their recent needs and concerns. And really from there, the team will be able to gauge and see where to start by empowering the family. At that time, also, you will share phone numbers, best way of communication. Our families use WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. If they have phones already, of course, it will be calling and texting. And from there, you'll be able to let the family know maybe somebody will be visiting once a week on Friday afternoon, or really depending on the team schedule and the family's availability as well. Well, you might be overwhelmed and say, I don't know how to do this. I want all the resources. I need to be empowered because you have never done this before. Well, we will be able to provide the resources for you. We'll be able to provide a video that covers Afghan culture guide. We have tons of resources about embracing cultural differences, because we know that the culture and American culture is very, very different. One aspect is that American culture, it's very time-oriented, value individualism. Our family's culture is that they value community and spending time and just sitting for a cup of tea to them means a lot. And so how do you meet each other in the middle and just be able to, benefit from them, they benefit from you. And so just be able to learn how to embrace cultural differences, navigating the effects of trauma. Sometimes you may ask a question that triggers trauma to our families. And so just learning what are the right questions to ask. And how to address trauma if you see some, and also if you're traumatized because of a story that you heard, maybe the family will open up to you and tell you what happened to them in their countries before they came here. You can have vicarious trauma. And so really this video will help you to navigate the effects of trauma. And really, if beyond that you would like to process with me as well, just be able to process that conversation with me. I'm more than open and would love to sit and just listen to you and process it with you. But also as you meet with your team regularly, process with your team, pray over yourself, pray over your team as well, and just continue to pray for your family as well. Embracing social economic differences. This video would really help you to understand how to embrace that, because you will be in a different economic level as our families. And so how do you embrace that without enabling but empowering? Navigating religious differences. You are a Christian, you might be a Christian and the family comes from a different religion background. And so how do you navigate that? I'll be able to send you a document if you want to about just how to write questions to ask somebody else who's from a different religion, conversational starters, and and just different ways to be able to navigate that as well. So I'm really excited and just looking forward to sharing these resources with you. My joy is that you will be empowered. And my role is to see you really being enabled and being empowered as a Good Neighbor team to serve our family, so that even beyond serving one family, you would still have so much skills that you want to give back to the community again. As you get to continue working alongside your family, of course, we talked about the roles that you'll be doing. And I really emphasize that you do things with the family. And these are practical ways to do things with the family. It is not limited to what you see on the screen. You can have your own ideas. You can have your own ways of having fun, interacting with the family. These are just suggestions. Share food, share tea and recipes. Our families would love to share a cup of tea with you. They love to show hospitality to everybody. So don't be surprised when you meet them the first day and they're already welcoming you for a cup of tea with a lot of snacks, and they want you to sit with them for hours. Really be open to that. You might want to say no if you're in a hurry, and to them, the first no is not a no. So, and the first yes is really not a yes. They will ask several times until they actually see that you're not able to do, you're not available, or rather you don't have enough time. But I would love for you if you are able to create time to just spend with the family, and really just share your recipes as well. I'm sure they would love to enjoy an American meal as much as they want to share their cultural food as well. Go somewhere outside. If the weather is nice, take them to your favorite park, to your favorite places that you like to go. I like to go to Old Town Sacramento. I think it's very beautiful. I know you have your own ideas, so take them to those places you think it's very beautiful and it means a lot to you. Visit a library nearby, share about your family, show them your photos and videos of your family. They really appreciate that. Visit a new place that you haven't been before and take them there. Go to the grocery store. If you Google halal markets or Afghan grocery stores in Sacramento, there are plenty of them. I would encourage you to visit those grocery stores, even if you're visiting the family and you don't know what to bring it for them because you want to be culturally appropriate. I would advise you to visit a nearby halal grocery store. If you're not sure, let me know and let me know and let your leader know, and we'll be able to give you the right address to go to a halal grocery store. But also when they want to go to Walmart, take them there as well. Show them more thrift stores in Sacramento and just different things that excites you the most in your own community. I talked earlier about the importance of logging in your volunteer time. The tool that we're using currently to log in hours, it's called Track It Forward. And I'll send you an email just before you start visiting with your family. This is how the Track It Forward website looks like. When you click the link, it will take you to this website. In the tab that's finding existing sites, you select World Relief Sacramento, you sign up, create your own personal account, and you can use your phone or your laptop, whichever it's easy for you. And you'll be able to submit your hours. And really, why do we ask you to submit your hours? It's because it's very important for us. Each hour you donate is worth approximately $29 to World Relief, which contributes to grants and supports programming. And so you're able to help us in getting more grants and supporting different programs that we have for our families. For example, driving classes for Afghan women, ESL classes for women, Afghan culture classes for men, and really so many different programs that are grant supported. And so we're able to show that we have volunteers who are submitting their hours and it's equal to $29 per hour. If there are two of you volunteering together, you can both log your hours. If you are transporting together, the mileage is logged once. And if you have donated items, it can be logged as well. We will be able to show you how to do that. Serving. First of all, I want to say thank you for just willing to serve our families, for willing to step out of your comfort zone and walk alongside a newly arrived refugee family. And serving is exciting, but it can also be challenging. And these are just a few tips that I would like to share with us, with your team. The importance of serving with humility. It's very, very important that you see the family you're serving as more important. Seeing their first identity not as refugees or people who need help, but seeing their identity as people who are made in God's image and likeness, just like you and me, and really seeing them as your friends, seeing them as a family, and the people that God has put in your life such a time as this for you to empower, but also just for you to become friends and for them to empower you and transform your life as well. So we really just emphasize the importance of serving with humility. Being aware of power dynamics. A power dynamic is the way different people or different groups of people interact with each other, and where one of these sides is more powerful than the other one. And so, as you know, that the way Americans are viewed is that the power dynamics is that they are more higher than our newly arrived refugee families. And so, so serving them not from a point of saying I'm better than you and I have the resources that you need, so you need to rely on me, but really approaching it from a point of saying, I'm so blessed and I would like to bless you. I'd like to extend the resources and the time that I have to share this with you as well, because I would love to welcome you to my community. I would love to meet the needs that you have right now. And I know that you're capable of doing this. And I know that this is just a temporary situation you're in. You'll be able to overcome it in a few months, and you'll actually be in a way much better place than I am. And so it's really encouraging the family and seeing them as people who bring skills and values to our community as well. They will contribute to the economy as well. And so just encouraging you to be aware of power dynamics, serve our families in a way that it's dignifying to them, to their identity. So serve them with dignify them, empower the family. If they want to go shopping, instead of buying the things for them, tell them, hey, how about you come along with me? And actually, I'll show you how to go shopping, how to pay at the counter. And so empowering is doing things with the family, with the aim that the family will be able to do it for themselves. Being openness to mutuality, serving and being served. So being open to allowing your interaction with the family also to bless you, to benefit you, to transform you as well. So going with open hands and open heart, knowing that also the impact you'll have in this relationship will be impactful to you as well. And so just keeping in mind with those things, you can incorporate this with the mission that you write for your own team. And you can evaluate it after 3 months and see if it was possible for you to be aware of power dynamics. Did you see that playing in role? Did you open their fridge and realize they don't have food and decide to buy the food for them, or you actually ask them why they don't have food in their fridge? And so just being able to evaluate yourself and being able to realize, being self-aware of these things. And it's okay if you make a mistake. We all make a lot of mistakes, but it's about us being self-aware and really recognizing of the mistakes we make and wanting to be better and improve from it. As your Good Neighbor team coordinator, feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to process conversations you have with the family with me. Email me. I may not respond immediately, but I will be able to respond to you in less than 24 hours. If it goes more than 24 hours, it will be less than 48 hours. If it's a simple answer, it will be quick. If it's more detailed, it may take more time because I'd like to make sure that I consult with my colleagues and give you a good answer. If there's an emergency, please call me. For example, if the family does not have heat in their apartment, their pipe burst, a client that needs immediate attention, communication really helps. Also, I'll be here, as I said, to process, reflect, and walk throughout situations or relationship barriers. And also, if you need help logging in your volunteer hours, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you with that as well. Before I share the next video, just the context. This is a video of a mom who's sharing her testimony of how powerful it was when she had a good neighbor walk alongside her. And so it's just a quick video, but this is one of my favorite videos to watch because you can just see how love transforms everything, and stepping in as a good neighbor team to help our families is very, it's very transformational, and it has an incredible impact in our families.
When I see the first friend to me, I knew her. She's American woman in the airport and talk with me and give me little things, little ideas about America. I feel cool. She was volunteer, but now she is my daughter. I like her and her husband too. They are very nice with me. anything I need, I ask her. I take her opinion in many things I didn't know here. Did he take me shopping? I saw more. She helped me more. And everything I want, did he go to the internet and give me the answer? I love her. She loved me. I didn't know. I tell her, please, Didi, when you finish your volunteer and return to your school, we must touch both of us, call us, and go. She said, of course, and she do it. She did that, yeah. She's my daughter, and I love her.
I love that video so much. She said that she came as a volunteer, but she's my daughter right now. And it just shows how transformational the relationship gets to be when you just step in with love, with humility, and really with openness to serve the family, but also to be served by the family as well. I love this video. I love watching it. It leaves me smiling all the time. And so my hope for you is that as you take this step of faith and to get out of your comfort zone, to welcome a newly arrived refugee family who's from a totally different culture than yours, my hope is that you will step into that with open heart, open hands, with humility, and seeing them as families, as children, brothers and sisters who are made in God's image and likeness, just like you, seeing them with people who come with so much love, so much skills, and so much to contribute into our community as well. And stepping in there with the hope that you'll be able to use your skills and gift to help and empower the family, and with the hope that the family will be able to empower you as well and show you a totally different world that maybe you hadn't seen it before. So I pray that your journey as a Good Neighbor team will be so fruitful, will be so impactful, and it will be a time where when you look back and reflect, you'll be so thankful that you did this. So thank you so much again for serving with World Relief Sacramento. And I'm excited for just you to be part of what God is doing and for joining our mission. Thank you.